Hello, this is my classroom behavior management strategies presentation by Erica Anderson, College of Education, Southeastern University, ESED 5683, Positive Behavior Supports with Professor Dr. David Grant, March 9th, 2021. The first strategy that I am going to discuss is the 3 B's, which is managing classroom interruptions. I have listed the website here at the top where you can find information about this strategy. The 3 B's for managing classroom interruptions is a series of 3 words that begin with the letter B to help students understand if there is a need to interrupt the teacher. The 3 words were barfing, burning, and bleeding. Students were to ask themselves, are you or anyone else in the classroom barfing? Which would refer to a student being sick at that time. The next question was, is anything burning in the room? So is there a fire or an immediate emergency that would require the teacher's assistance? And the last question was, is anyone bleeding? Meaning, is anyone hurt and in need of medical assistance at this time? If the answer to these questions is no, then this would not be an ideal time to interrupt the teacher, and students should remain on task. This strategy supports PBIS by supporting decision making and providing an element of prevention for classroom interruptions. By using this strategy, teachers are able to help students understand expectations within the classroom. And this strategy also helps them to learn to be patient and also responsible. I would implement this strategy into my classroom during times of assessing students and when pulling students for one-to-one or small group work. This is a time where students need all of the teacher's attention, and interruptions are not good during this time. So this strategy would be great for preventing interruptions, especially within an early childhood classroom. I could implement this strategy collaboratively with other members of my team, because in our classrooms, we have blended classrooms, which is a combination of general education and ESE students. I think this strategy has an element of humor, which keeps it light and positive, which is a great aspect for early childhood students. I think this strategy allows for there still to be support with PBIS as a school-wide initiative, and it can be used to support classroom management simply through managing classroom interruptions. I love that this strategy is fun and easy for the students to understand, and definitely helps them to work on patience and being responsible for their needs at this time. The next strategy is managing transitions. The website is listed above where you can find information about managing transitions. The strategy for managing transitions is about finding creative and engaging ways to help students transition smoothly. In the example video, the teacher used a grab bag quiz to help students get back to their seats quickly and transition with an element of ease to the next part of the lesson. The strategy of managing transitions supports PBIS by integrating academic and behavioral interventions. This strategy not only sets expectations for students, but allows for managing behaviors and creating a smooth transition process. I found that with the managing transitions strategy, it allowed for helping students to be actively engaged in academics and therefore staying on task. It can be a great way to manage behaviors and support classroom management. I would use this strategy in my classroom throughout the day for helping students transition from one activity to the next. Students often have a hard time transitioning from times of play to instructional times. I can implement this strategy into my classroom by using songs or simple games to help students transition smoothly. A lot of times we use attention getters, and those are really a great way for students to not only get your attention, but know that it's time to move to the next activity. It's also great to give out time reminders. For example, during centers, we might say, 5-minute warning, we'll be cleaning up in 5 minutes. Or first, we're going to do this, and then we'll be moving on to the next activity. Managing transitions can also be done by providing a schedule for students so they know which activities happen in which order, and by following a routine so that students are actively engaged in each part of the day and know what is next to come. By keeping students actively engaged while transitioning, I can effectively manage classroom behaviors. I think managing transitions is a strategy that I can implement with my team collaboratively by sharing each of the aspects of this strategy that create a routine and share with them unique ideas that can help with managing transitions. This strategy is a great support for ESE students and students who struggle with behaviors and transitions alike. This strategy can be a great intervention for PBIS school-wide. The last strategy that I'm going to discuss is building community in the classroom. The website is listed above, and you can find information about how to build community within the classroom. The strategy of building community in the classroom is about really getting to know our students and building that relationship and developing that rapport. This strategy supports building trust between the teacher and the students. Building trust and having an understanding of each other is how we foster a classroom community. This strategy supports PBIS by improving classroom and school climate. It's about really taking that time to build relationships with students, supporting positivity within the classroom by providing an environment within the classroom where students feel safe and confident and comfortable. I would implement this strategy of building community in the classroom within my class by taking time to really get to know my students. I would want to gain background knowledge about my students and their cultures and interests to better understand the students themselves and ways that they may learn best. I think it's really important for my students to build that relationship with me, to trust me, and to feel safe and loved and comfortable and confident in their learning environment. I found that students do their best work when they feel that sense of comfort and they know that you care about them and are only wanting what's best for them and here to support their learning and educational experience in any way that, we can. I could implement this strategy of building community in the classroom within my team by us leading by example. I think as adults, we can start by building relationships within our buildings. Like at our school, our team is in one building. So if everyone in that building, all those team members start building a community with each other, we develop relationships, learn to trust each other and to support each other. I think that's really like the first step. From there, we can start building relationships with coworkers throughout the school. And if we build that community within the school and take it and build that community within our classrooms, we'll be creating that school family support system that many students and honestly coworkers are in desperate need of. It's really about building community in the classroom, and school-wide is a great way to manage classroom behaviors and provide positive support for students. I think that building community in the classroom is such an important strategy that should be used by each and every educator. It's part of the foundation for helping these students have the best possible educational journey that they can. It's really the foundation for what starts the learning process. Learning about our students, building those relationships, really wanting to know them, know about their families, understand ways that they learn, and how we can best support them in the classroom. This is the reference page, learn.teachingchannel.com/videos is where I was able to find each of these strategies that I just shared with you. I really enjoyed this presentation. I hope that you did as well. Thank you.